Every year, tens of thousands of farmers never return home. Every planting season, ambition and tradition collide with brutal hazards hidden beneath the soil, lurking in the machinery, riding on the wind. Today, we peel back the bucolic veneer and confront the dangers our food growers face, day in and day out. Together, we'll explore 5 critical risk zones of modern agriculture, from monstrous machines to invisible poisons, from fickle weather to unseen pathogens, from crushing isolation to mental despair. This is more than a list. It's a tribute to the courage of those who feed the world, often at the cost of their own lives. Stay with me as we uncover these silent threats and discover why it's time we all paid attention. First, machinery and equipment hazards. On a typical farm, machines are the unsung heroes: powerful tractors, combine harvesters, balers, plows. Yet these iron giants can turn from tools into killers in an instant. Most likely reasons are rollovers. Every year, tractor rollovers claim thousands of lives worldwide. A slight slope, loose soil, or a misjudged turn can flip hundreds of kilograms of steel on top of an operator in seconds. Entanglement, sweeping belts, spinning shafts, exposed PTO drives. These components can catch clothing, limbs, even lives. In the blink of an eye, a momentary lapse in concentration spells tragedy. Crush injuries, loading docks, bales of hay, grain silos. Hundreds of kilos of weight can fall or shift unpredictably. A trapped limb under a bale can mean amputation. A collapsed silo wall can bury a worker alive. Maintenance mishaps. Routine. Maintenance becomes a hazard when machines are improperly shut down. Unexpected startups, hydraulic failures, or pressure releases can strike without warning. The numbers are chilling. In developed nations, machinery accidents account for roughly 30% of all farm fatalities. In regions with less regulation, the toll is even higher. These machines amplify the farmer's strength and magnify the consequences of one small mistake. As we move from the roar of engines to the hush of chemical sprays, remember, every piece of equipment demands respect, training, and vigilance. Second, chemical exposure and pesticides. Fields sprayed with pesticides gleam like emerald lakes. To the farmer, these chemicals promise protection from insects, from weeds, from disease, but they exact a hidden price. It can affect farmers in different ways. The most known consequences are acute poisoning. One miscalculated dose, one broken mask seal, one splash on the skin, and the results can be immediate: nausea, convulsions, respiratory collapse. Emergency rooms in rural areas see dozens of pesticide-related admissions every season. Chronic illness, even low-level exposure, adds up. Over years, organophosphates and carbamates infiltrate the nervous system. Studies link them to Parkinson's disease, hormone disruption, and certain cancers. Every droplet absorbed is a silent deposit on the ledger of long-term health. Drift and contamination. Wind gusts can carry sprays beyond target fields, into neighboring homes, schools, water supplies. Families of farm workers, including children, face exposure without protective gear. Mixing hazards. Many farmers mix multiple chemicals to save time. The interactions can be unpredictable, forming new compounds more toxic than the originals. Toxic threats can't be heard or seen. They seep through skin, drift on air, settle in soil. And yet, these very fields feed us. It's a paradox. The shield against crop loss becomes a blade against the protector. If you're finding this eye-opening, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because understanding these hidden dangers is the first step toward change. Join our community of conscious consumers and advocates. Together, we can honor our farmers by demanding safer practices and supporting innovations that protect both people and the planet. Third, environmental and weather extremes. No paycheck can shield a farmer from nature's fury. As climate patterns shift, weather extremes have become unpredictable and deadly. Heat stress and dehydration. Working long hours under a blazing sun, farmers risk heat stroke and kidney failure. In some regions, midday temperatures regularly exceed 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Without shade or rest, the human body breaks down. Flooding and drowning. Torrential rains can turn fields into quagmires. Tractors stall, drainage ditches overflow. A single misstep in knee-deep water can lead to drowning or entrapment under heavy equipment. Lightning strikes. Open fields are magnets for lightning. Farm workers caught in storms face a real threat. Annual lightning-related farm fatalities number in the dozens in many countries. Tornadoes and hurricanes. Crops may recover, but lives cannot. Sudden high wind events can lift debris like deadly shrapnel, rip roofs off barns, and trap farmers under collapsing structures. Climate volatility turns routine tasks into gambles. Planting, harvesting, even irrigation become fraught with peril, when the next storm could be the last. These environmental forces are impartial and irresistible. Fourth, zoonotic diseases and biological hazards. Farming draws us close to the animal world, and with that closeness comes biological risk. Pathogens jump species barriers with alarming ease. Zoonotic viruses, influenza strains, coronaviruses, and more can emerge in livestock. In crowded barns, a single infected animal can seed an outbreak among workers. Bacterial threats. Anthrax, leptospirosis, and brucellosis lurk in soil, water, and animal fluids. Cuts or inhalation can transmit these bacteria, causing high fevers, organ failure, sometimes death. Fungal hazards. Moldy hay and grain dust harbor spores. Farmer's lung, a hypersensitivity pneumonitis, results from inhaling these spores over time, leading to chronic respiratory illness. Parasitic risks. Toxoplasma, cryptosporidium, and other parasites can contaminate water and produce, infecting both farmers and consumers. The line between human and animal health blurs on the farm. Pathogens mutate, adapt, and sometimes strike back. Personal protective equipment and biosecurity measures help, but they're not foolproof. One slip in protocol, one undetected carrier animal, and a microscopic enemy can spread faster than any storm. Finally, isolation, mental health, and human factors. Beyond physical hazards, farming exacts a toll on the mind. Isolation, financial pressure, and the relentless cycle of seasons weigh heavily on those who work the land. Social isolation. Many farms are remote. Days pass without seeing another adult. Loneliness is pervasive and silent. Without support networks, small worries magnify into crises. Economic stress, crop failures, market fluctuations, debt. These forces create chronic anxiety. The farm economy can turn on a dime, leaving families scrambling to survive. Depression and suicide. Farming has one of the highest suicide rates of any occupation. Shame around mental health means many suffer in silence. When your identity is tied to the land, failure feels deeply personal. Human error, fatigue, distraction, overwork, all amplify other risks. A tired mind misjudges slopes, skips safety checks, forgets to replace filters on a respirator. When mental strain meets a dangerous environment, the results can be catastrophic. A lapse in judgment around heavy machinery, a neglected safety protocol with chemicals, a delayed reaction in a storm. Human factors are the thread tying every hazard together. Farming is the bedrock of civilization, and yet it remains one of the deadliest professions on the planet. From the roar of engines to the hush of soil, from invisible poisons to relentless weather, from microbial invaders to the fragility of the human mind, farmers navigate a minefield every single day. But knowledge brings power. By understanding these risks, we can push for better safety training, smarter machinery design, eco-friendly pest control, climate-resilient agriculture, robust mental health support, and stronger biosecurity measures. We can champion policies that subsidize safety equipment, fund rural clinics, and expand social networks in remote communities. To the farmers listening now, you are not alone. Your work nourishes the world, and your safety matters. To everyone else, the next time you savor a piece of fruit, a bowl of rice, or a slice of bread, remember the courage and the peril behind every bite. Thank you for joining us in this journey through the hidden hazards of agriculture. If this story moved you, share it. Demand change. And together, let's cultivate a safer future for those who feed us all.